Hello everyone and welcome back to Enkae Prestige Motors with myself, George Clayton, and we've got another review to bring to you today. And this week we'll be reviewing a 2018 Range Rover Sport SVR, which again it's an absolute beast. I mean, just look at it, it's perfect. Over 576 brake horsepower, 5-litre engine, and it does 176 miles an hour. All that in a car that's built like a house, has all that comfort on the inside. There's a reason why these SVRs are built for speed, luxury, and everything combined. So we're going to take this beast out on the road and we're going to see what it can really do. So there's one thing that really catches your eye about the car on the outside, is the aggressiveness of it. On the inside it's a lot more subtle, but it's very, very nice in here. You've got that white and black interior look with carbon plating throughout the inside. Just above me we've got an electric pan roof. You've got two center console screens to control the car. So you've got your main one, which is for your navigation and your media, and this one down here controls the vehicle, also controls everything about the interior as well, such as your massage seats. I'm getting a massage right now, you are a bit jealous. Heating and cooling seats in the front and back as well. It's got a Meridian sound system, and it really is a car that I've never seen before. We do get a lot of nice cars here at Enkae Prestige Motors. It's one of the perks of the job, but this was the one that I was a bit more skeptical about. Would I like it? But on the inside it's magnificent. You can fit a whole family in here. You've got all your controls. You can control the car, the drive of the car, how fast you want it, the performance factor, and also the terrain that it will go on, as well as it is a Land Rover. It's built for off-road, but this car takes it to a whole new level. You've got a virtual cockpit as well. There's not a lot really that the car doesn't have. Parking cameras, 360 sensors. I don't really need to say anymore. Fantastic car, can't wait to get it out on the road. Now, there's one thing that I thought when I first got into this car, which is, well, there's a few things that I thought. The first thing that I thought was, this is a very expensive car, so George, be careful. Number two is that I was a bit skeptical, to be honest, and the reason why I'm skeptical is because I'm not as experienced in the driving world as others, especially with 4x4s, and this is the Mac Daddy of 4x4s. There's not really anything that comes close to it, and because it's so big, yes, but I just didn't know how I was going to feel when I was driving the car, because you're so high up, you're so wide, and you're aware of that. You are aware of that, and it's something I was skeptical about before driving it. But first impressions, it's just brilliant in here. It's like a house on wheels. It's so big, so comfortable, and matched with that power, it's a nice drive. I still get a bit worried when there's a car coming the other way, especially on these country roads, just because you are aware of how big you are. But if you were to have an accident, you'd feel quite safe in here. And I know that's not what you should really be thinking about, but you feel safe. And then it's got 567 brake horsepower. What a Range Rover, what a Land Rover thinking when they do things like this. 567 brake in a monster, and you can feel it. Let's give it a go. You just shouldn't. It feels like you're doing incredible speeds in a lorry. It's just so big, but then performs like a supercar. And the inside, it's like a house. You know, you've got all these added extra features which we've spoken about already on the interior. And I'm a taller person, so it works brilliantly for me. And on the inside, it's just so great when you're driving. That virtual cockpit's brilliant. Your two screens in the center console is great. Sound system Meridian, brilliant. I'm getting a massage at the moment, but they've got heated and cooled seats as well. You got all the climate control, carbon plated, and you just feel a sense of, oh, this car's expensive, but it's worth it. And it almost feels like, I imagine this is what it feels like aviation wise in a private jet. I imagine that's what this is like. This is the private jet of the car world. I'm just having a little flick through, right? It's got a race mode when you put it into dynamic, and it's also got a stopwatch for if you timing yourself going to the shops, how quick can you get to Asda. It's got a G-force reader, obviously is what you want to know when you're Lewis Hamilton in it all the way down the road, and you've got a little graph which shows you your brake and your throttle as well, so the car's got everything. Okay, I've managed to crack it. I've managed to put it into dynamic mode. This essentially stiffens everything up. The exhaust gets louder, the suspension gets stiffer, the steering becomes a bit heavier but more responsive, and the engine just goes up another level, so it's going to deliver all 567 brake horsepower. And of course, I do want to make it clear is when I'm doing these type of reviews, I never ever get anywhere near the speed limit, just because it's not my car and we are selling it at the end of the day, and it wouldn't be responsible to do so. But we do like to hear the engine and see what it can do on these, 60-mile-an-hour roads, which really is all you're legally going to be able to get up to anyway. So we've got the car, and you can feel it. It's conked up a little bit, and then we'll see how it sounds. Oh my god! Oh my god, a house and a car this size should never ever feel like that, but it does, and it works, and it's an absolute powerhouse. Whew. Jesus, I've never felt anything like it. Oh my Gideon. Yeah, this car is such a monster. I mean, you talk about monsters on the road, and it's got the grunt. It's got the aggressiveness of a monster. You put the throttle down and you can feel this beast in the car with you. It's a whole nother level. It's like the engine's behind you. You just feel like the car's taking you on a ride. You feel, oh my jeez, unbelievable car. So I've just pulled back into Enkae, and that is where we're going to end the review. Yeah, what a car. It's scary. It is scary, but it's unbelievable. The interior, the design, the size of it, the power aspect. It's just a great example of how far cars can go. It really is. Well, unfortunately for anyone who's watching out there that wants to buy this car, we have now sold this vehicle. It only lasted a few days, but we do source these vehicles as well. So if you do want an SVR or an SVR of this spec, get in touch with us. We'll get one in for you. I definitely recommend it. You can check out any of the other cars that we've got here at our showroom over on the website. All the links will be in the description, including our social media pages as well. I hope you've all enjoyed this review. If you have, subscribe to the channel, like the video as well. Thank you everyone for watching, and we'll see you next time.